Hey guys, Risen here. Be profiling my Sylvan deck for the March 2018 format. This deck's actually my pretty decks that I've pretty much hollowed out. Not the most expensive rarities for them, but there's not really any commons, which is awesome. Anyways, I've been working really hard on this to bring it to you in Link format. I'm missing a few Link monsters, but it still works the way it is, so I wanted to give it to you guys. Alright, to start off, obviously play 3 Lone Flyer. Blossom, you can tribute him to special summon a plant from your deck, plant type monster. Usually what you do is you tribute him all 3 copies, and the last copy you bring a different monster out, just so you can get them all engraved for soul charge targets. But definitely need that to run the deck. 3 Hermitry. If this card gets excavated, you can reveal the top 3 cards, stack them in any order you want, and put them back. And then while he's face up, you can excavate once per turn, excavate 1 card from the top of your deck. If it's a plant, you draw a card and you send it to the grave. If it's not, you put it on the bottom of your deck, which is pretty much what all of them do. They excavate cards. If it's a plant, they get sent to the grave. If not, you put it on the bottom of the deck. And this deck's all about excavating and stacking, so it takes a lot of skill to play, but it's fun when you get it. For my other big tree, level 7, Sylvan, I play 3 Sylvan Sage Goyo. When he gets milled, or excavated, sorry, you can add a Sylvan spell or trap back to hand. Once per turn you can excavate 1. And if a Sylvan card gets excavated while he's in your hand, you can special summon him, which is cool. I play 3 Sylvan Chariot Sprout. When this card's special summon, you can excavate up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. And then when he gets excavated, you can special summon a level 1 plant from deck, which he's your combo maker. He's dead in hand, but really good combo maker. I play 1 Sylvan Princess Sprout so it doesn't clog. While this is face up, you can tribute it, excavate the top card of your deck, and then you can stack a Sprout monster back on top of your deck, so either the Cherub Sprout or Princess Sprout, so then you know it's there and you can excavate it for combos. And when she gets excavated, you can special summon her and call any level, and she becomes that level. So what's cool is if you have like a Hermitry or Sage Goyo, you can tribute her on the field to excavate 1, put her back on top of the deck, and then excavate her with whichever tree you have, special summon her as whatever level the other tree is, and you can exceed, which is cool. 1 Sylvan Peacekeeper, when he's normal summon, you can excavate 1. When he gets excavated, you can special summon a level 3 or lower plant, so usually you can use this when Lone Fire's in your grave, which is awesome. 2 Sylvan Flower Knights, these are German, really cool. But when he gets excavated, you can stack 1 Sylvan card on top of your deck, and when he gets normal summon, you can excavate 1 card off the top of your deck, which is cool. And 1 Marsh Leaf, you can excavate up to 2 cards on top of your deck when he's normal summon, and when he gets excavated, he pops a monster in the field, so he's like your monster removal. Just nice having the option. That's it for all of the Sylvans and the Lone Fire, obviously. On to the other cards of the deck, my combo makers, 1 Spore, 1 Gloat Bulb, my tuners. Spore, you can banish a plant in your grave while he's in the grave, special summon him and he gains that plant's level. He's a tuner. Gloat Bulb, while he's in the grave, you can mill 1, special summon him from grave, which is cool. You use Gloat Bulb and the Flower Knight for your Nat Beast combos, and your Spore gives you your True King of All Calamity combo, which I will show you guys. I play 2 Rose Lover. While it's in grave, you can banish it and special summon a plant type monster from hand unaffected by traps. So that's how you get your Hermitry or Sage Goyo out of your hand sometimes, don't clog. You just send this to grave and use it, which is cool. You don't have to worry about Mirror Force or anything that turn. My last monster I'm just trying out is 1 Phoenixian Cluster Amaryllis. This card attacks, it gets sent to grave. It can only be special summoned by its effect or the Cluster Seed's effect, but you're hoping to excavate this, then you can start using its effect to special summon it. When it gets destroyed and sent to grave, it deals 800 to your opponent, and during each of your end phases, you can remove from play a plant and special summon him. So, really easy to just keep bringing back after it gets excavated, and then you can use it as link fodder, which is cool. He's a fire, so is Hermitry, so if you bring out one of my links that I play. That's it for the monsters. On to spells. 3 Sylvan Charity. When this card's activated, you can draw 3 cards. You can draw 3 cards as long as you have a Sylvan card in your hand, and then you get to reveal 2 cards after you draw 3. One of them has to be Sylvan, and you can stack them on the deck in any order. And this is the card usually that you'll keep adding back to him with Sage Goyo, because it's like your archetype drawing card, which is sweet. Play 3 Mount Sylvania. During each of your end phases, or each of your opponent's end phases, you can excavate 1, and then this card's effect is you can send a plant type monster from your field or hand, and put any Sylvan card from your deck onto the top of your deck. So either this can stack stuff you need so you can excavate it, like Chariot Sprout or Princess Sprout, or it can stack your charities on top of the deck if you're really trying to dig for cards, then you can draw it. And then I play 2 Terraforming. Sadly, I think it's the only card that's not hollow, but they're really expensive for what they are, and I'm feeling like they're going to get hit on the ban list with how much people rely on field spells. I just do the commons. Still work like any other card, but it's basically like I'm playing 5 copies of this, and I want to see that card so I can control what I'm putting on top of my deck. Next, I play 3 Super Solar Nutrient. It's a new addition to the deck. I contribute a level 2 or lower plant, and special someone for my deck that is that level or lower plus 3. So usually you just tribute your Chariot Sprouts, Princess Sprouts, Glow Bulb Spores, or anything to bring out your Lone Fire so you can get them into grave. It's really all this is, just to turbo it, so you have like 6 copies of it. Next, I play 3 Miracle Fertilizer. 1 isn't enough. Most people play 2. I like 3. Just so you have late game, and this card's just ridiculous if your opponent can't get it off board. It just keeps bringing stuff back, and if you exceed someone with them, then with those monsters, and this still stays on board, which is awesome, then you keep bringing stuff back. So I like it. Once per turn, especially summons a plant type monster from a grave, you can't normal summon or set that turn, and when that monster leaves the field and goes to grave, this card does. So it's just like a once per turn monster born for plants. 2 Scapegoat for link combos, don't really need to explain that. 1 for 1, just send a card from hand to grave, and special summon like Spore or Glow Bulb or anything so you can get your combos. And 1 Soul Charge because it's Sylvan's. Play 3 Lone Fires, tribute all of them, bring in a Hermitry, Soul Charge all the Lone Fires back, and tribute all of them again for more plants, and you just go off. Basically win. That's it, 40 cards. On to the extra deck. I play 1 the True King of All Calamities. You can detach 1 from this card, make your opponent's monsters all 1 attribute, type, or whatever, and then that monsters with that same attribute or type can't attack or activate their effects. He's at 3,000 attack and defense, which is cool. And 1 Gigantic Castle for the combo for him, so what'll happen is if you have a Hermitry, sorry guys, and a Spore, you can sync with these 2 to bring out your Gigantic Castle, banish the Hermitry, and bring out the Spores level 9, because he adds the 8 to his level. You can overlay him for a True King of All Calamities, which is cool. I play 1 Crimson Blader. I want this to be a Firewall Dragon, but that card's really expensive, so I just play this for now. Just Glow Bulb or normal summon Spore with your Sage Coil to bring them out. 1 Nat Beast, like I said, the Glow Bulb's an Earth Tuner, and Flower Knight's an Earth, so using those 2 you can bring him out. With Link Monsters, he's just really good at the end of a combo just to bring him out, because then you're protected against spells. My next one, I'm going to have to read this one, so it's a long one. Phantasm Lord, Auto-Middle Bishbalkan. Whatever, he's crazy, but you can use 2 level 8 monsters to bring them out, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. So if you do like Spore with a Sage Coil, bring it out, and then use it with a Hermitry, that's another combo you can do with him. He can't be destroyed with battle card effects, so you control well, your opponent controls a monster, I think. No, he just can't be destroyed by card effects. He gains 1,000 attack for each monster in the field, and once per turn you can special summon as many Phantasm tokens as you can onto the board, so usually you can link some with all those tokens that you bring out with him, or you can just fill up your opponent's board with tokens, so all they have is tokens, and then he gains a crap ton. And I think they each have 2,000, or no, they each have 0 attack and defense. He can't attack the turn he does it, but just imagine if he's on board, and you can special, now since he's the main monster, and you can special 5 on each side, he'll be at 10,000, so can't be destroyed by card effects. And they can't get over him in battle, obviously, if he's that strong, so really good. 1 number 42 Galaxy Tomahawk is my rank 7, along with Aurea, the High Arbiter. I play these 2 because he can special summon as many Eagle tokens as he can, 2,000 attack and defense, level 6, by detaching 2, and then him along with like the 5 tokens as link fodder, so you can just do a whole bunch of link combos. In Array, you tribute a plant type monster from your hand or field. You get to stack that many cards on top of your deck in whatever order you'd like, and then you can mill up to 3 cards. You can excavate up to 3 cards, so usually what you do, and then you can bounce cards on the field up to the number of plants you excavated, and it doesn't target, which is why I still play this. So like if you tribute a Hermitry, you're bound to hit a few plants, and like Sylvan's, just stack the 3 you want to excavate on top of that turn, and then excavate it with his effect, bounce 3 cards, and get all the combos you want off, which is cool. And then I play 1, number 81, Xenophon the Sky Prison for my 8. You can 100 attack for each monster, and either player's graveyard. You can detach an XYZ material. It can't be destroyed by card effects that your opponent has, and then neither player can special some monsters from the graveyard. So like this helps really good against Zombie Smart and stuff, just to control board. Especially decks that try to get stuff engraved, you can bring them out and he's just really big. When Sylvan prints a sprite, 2 level 1s, you can activate a card at the top of your deck. If it's a spell or trap, you can add it to hand, otherwise send it to grave. So it's really cool, like adding a soul charge to hand for free. It's like drawing a free card or getting a Sylvan effect off, which is nice. My links: 1 Doolittle Chimera. Each fire monster gains 500 attack and defense, which is the relevant thing, but you just make him with like a Amaryllis and a Hermitry or 2 Hermitries. If he gets a sword, you can add a fire monster from grave to hand. He's really just a link 2 though for me. Mrs. Radiant, just for the scapegoat combos. I do have some Earths like Glow Bulb and Flower Knight, but usually make Nitrabies of that. 1 proxy for another link 2, and it's cool to be able to bring out Mrs. Radiant and a proxy off of the scapegoats, and then special from there, because that gives you 3 extra deck spots, which is cool. And he gives all Earth plus 500, so that's sometimes relevant. 1 Trigate Wizard. It's really cool. He gains effects based on the number of things attached to him. 2+, you can target a card in the field and just banish it. And 3+, you can negate the activation of a spell or trap or monster effect, which is cool. So he's really just good to apply pressure after you have a big board. Like you finish off a link combo, you just set him down. And the negate is on either player's turn. The banishing is on your own. Then 1 Gaia Saber, the Lightning Shadow. Just takes 3 monsters, just a nice 26 beater. It gives me another monster zone. Yeah, 1 Deco Talker. Gains 500 for each monster linked to it, and if a card gets targeted on the field, you can send a card this card's linked to the graveyard. Which is awesome. So, alright guys. That is my Sylvan deck profile for you for the March 2018 format. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know there's a lot of explaining, but this is a very combo-heavy deck. So you gotta be able to understand why I'm playing some of the cards I am. Like I said, I like to run a firewall and maybe try to find room for at least 1 or 2 link spiders in here, but for now, that's what I got. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you.